Hazy, hot, and humid with showers and storms possible on Thursday. Good Wednesday night, East Tennessee. David Aldrich, Captain Accurate here from the Captain Accurate Weather Command Center. Well, we hit 85 today. Now, I know what you're thinking. Aldrich, I got to hold your feet to the fire. You said 90 today. I heard it this morning. You said 90. We only got to 85. That's true. And Oak Ridge, they squeezed out an 86. And that came late in the afternoon, evening, 6:13 in the evening. Peak gust, 18 miles an hour. Picked up a tenth of an inch at the airport, but that put us about 3 degrees below average for the last day of the month. I was expecting 90. I saw a 90 down in Athens. That's the closest place. Tellico Plains was close. Madisonville, 89. That's close. But we had enough clouds during the midday hours. It kept temperatures down. And those showers, too, kept temperatures down as it covered most of Knox County through the midday hours. But that is what it is. Sometimes when those storms take up residence over your neighborhood, it can keep temperatures down a wee bit. Our friends in Jamestown, friends in Crossville even hit 87 today. They were a tad warmer. Now, as far as the ultimate Doppler radars, we approach 9 o'clock and beyond. We have some downpours, clearly in red, not severe, but around Morristown. A couple of downpours south of Harriman, northeast of Spring City. Those are heavy rainmakers, no doubt. But much of this is going to slow down. Watch as we go back 8 hours in time. 8 hours in time, we had flash flood warnings concerns in parts of Morgan and Scott County, had new severe thunderstorm warnings that were supposed to go until 9 o'clock tonight, but the Weather Service pulled the plug in Knox County at 8:33, almost a half hour ahead of schedule. So again, these storms are weakening. I don't expect it to last much longer tonight. So we'll call it a stray shower or storm from this point forward into the evening. Now, as far as a snack, maybe a late night dinner, maybe you want to consider, I would say consider Marcos.com. Also corporate sponsors of No Kid Hungry. They have locations in Hardin Valley, Farragut, Maryville, Fountain City, Halls, Oak Ridge, Anderson County, and Middlebrook Pike. Ebenezer Road. If you're hungry for a pepperoni pizza, the Pepperoni Magnifico is magnificent for less than $10, a limited time. And the new Pizzoli, whether it's the buffalo chicken, the chicken bacon ranch, or my personal favorite, pepperoni and sausage, delish. Check it out for less than $6. For a limited time, they do deliver. By the way, you can see there are more severe weather concerns in yellow in southern Minneapolis and southern Minnesota, I should say, southern Iowa, and parts of Kansas dealing with more active weather, severe storms, and the heat, my friend, just continues to build. From Dallas to Little Rock to Memphis, and we're going to participate in some of that heading in the days ahead. In fact, tomorrow I have us at 94 with a feels like temperature. That's the same as the heat index. Heat index feels like it's interchangeable, but it's going to feel like 100 to 105 during the course of the afternoon tomorrow. And if that's not enough to motivate you to say, I better mow the lawn early, then consider doing that. Maybe you're retired. You could do that, is maybe mow the lawn in the morning. Because the future rainfall for tonight through tomorrow morning into the afternoon may populate a few of these rain gauges a little bit more, because I have a 40% chance on Friday, 30% chance tomorrow, but 40% Friday, and a 60% chance on Saturday. You'll notice the rain begins to populate in light green in more stations, as it were, through 11 o'clock on Saturday. May pick up a ½ inch to an inch between La Follette, Morristown, and Jonesville, and maybe lesser amounts further south of Interstate 40. We'll have to wait and see, because it's going to come from the north. Headlines: turning hotter, more humid. That's a given. Showers and storms slow to leave. In fact, I left the 20% chance on Sunday, but that's now for the Smokies. So it's going to be probably area specific, which means you get a lot of rain on Saturday and virtually nothing on Sunday. So it's a half and half type of weekend, as I might describe it. But no doubt, the third headline is hotter and drier next week, because I've got 96 on Tuesday, 97 on Wednesday. And you go, good grief, are we going to go that fast, that furious into the heat? Yes, we are. And one of the contributing factors is some disturbed weather over the Bahamas and now Florida. Florida has to watch for a very slow-moving system. Whether or not it gets hurricane status remains to be seen. Whether it even gets a tropical storm status when it's over Florida remains to be seen. But they're going to get a lot of rain in the Sunshine State, and there's a 60, he says, 60% chance of that happening from our friends at the National Hurricane Center. That's my abbreviation, NHC. And that's how they abbreviate themselves, #NHC. But this is their 7-day outlook. So the only game in town over the next week, for those who might be headed to the beach, will be this rainmaker. And maybe it does become a tropical storm, because eventually it could slide up off the East Coast. And it's typical this time of year. Notice August 1st, the line, yellow, goes up. around August 1st, and maybe Debbie, which is the next name on the list, maybe Debbie forms in the next 24 to 48 hours. Anything is possible as the tropical activity usually peaks in late August, early September. As far as the names that follow, it would be Ernesto, followed by Francine, and if your name is Gordon, Gordon's a good name. That's a good name for a tropical storm, potentially going down the road. Storm Prediction Center highlighting some colors, and oh yes, you know there would be the dark green is what we're focused on because some parts, not all, but some parts of Tennessee will be dark green tomorrow. But the real hot spots would be Chicago, Indianapolis, Columbus, and Cincinnati for scattered severe storms, but isolated severe could be Charlotte, Raleigh, Durham, Chapel Hill, the Research Triangle Park, as well as Wrightsville Beach and Wilmington and Myrtle Beach. But, excuse me, as you'll see, most of what's to the north and east of Knoxville is up toward Lafayette, Morristown, and the Tri-Cities. So clearly, if we get some severe storms, it may be confined to up near the Tennessee-Kentucky border. As far as the concern on Friday, anyone's fair game in this dark green area. That's Knoxville, Nashville, Lexington, Louisville, and Raleigh, Pittsburgh, Washington, D.C., all the rest. We'll keep an eye on this Friday situation because, again, when it rains, it pours, and in some cases, damaging wind may also be part of the equation. Let's take a look at tonight. Here's 11:15, not much to see. Most of what's out there now will go to sleep and go Betty by. But tomorrow morning, you may be greeted by a new pop-up shower coming up from the north. Coming down from the north, I should say. By midday, it may look like this. By 5:15, it may look like this. It may not be that much. I left a 30% chance tomorrow. Once we move into Friday, I think it's a 40% chance. But clearly, what you're going to see as we head into Saturday is that cold front begins to move toward Nashville, and that's going to trigger, it's going to initiate more showers and storms on Saturday afternoon that looks like this. And so it's a squeeze play. We got a trough to the east near Charlotte, got a front to the west near Cookeville, and it's all maybe downhill from there. Because once we get the rain out of here on Sunday, I think it's just going to turn very, very hot in a very short period of time. So be prepared for that change. It's coming. We've seen it happen already in the month of July. Why would we not expect it in the month of August? Tonight we're down to a stuffy 72 degrees, partly cloudy, some stray showers from this point forward. Now that the sun going down, 73 for a low, Oak Ridge. 69, Middlesboro, looking for a low in Wartburg and around, say, Kingston at lower 70s. 94 tomorrow, should feel like it's 100 to 105 in the afternoon. Showers and storms, 30% chance. Winds are going to be light and variable to start. Afternoon out of the southwest, 5 to 10 miles per hour. Here's your Captain Accurate Weather Authority forecast, starting with tomorrow. 90 for Lafayette. Now, of course, not everybody's going to get to 94. Some of you might get to 95. I'm looking at you, Anderson County. Clinton, Oak Ridge, 95. Maryville, Alcoa could be closing in on 95 or 96. And I have us at 90 for Sevierville, Pigeon Forge, upper 80s for Gatlinburg, but 94 for Newport, and 91 for Crossville, 97 Athens. Athens could be 7 degrees hotter tomorrow than they were today. Now, meanwhile, as we take a look at the Captain Accurate Weather Authority forecast, you'll notice I did drop it a degree on Friday to 93. I've maintained my percentages for rain, as I think it's still about 20% on Sunday, but it's going to be confined to the Smokies. And then once we warm things up, or shall I say heat things up, we've got a 94, 96, 97. Oh, it's so hot. I wish it would rain. You know, I said back during our Twisters American Red Cross fundraiser on the 18th, I said this to my premium members. I said, how long do you think it'll take before the community at large says enough already? Enough already of the rain. And there was a giggle, like a nervous giggle, because we hadn't had the rain yet. But now that we've had it, I think at some point we're going to get so much rain, or we've had so much rain, that we're now going to say, I wish it was dry, but now you get the dryness and it's too hot. You can't win for losing. I do know school goes back pretty soon. Knox County starts on the 8th, so we'll keep an eye on that. That would be the next day on Thursday the 8th, I believe is a half day. And some of you might start before that. Anyway, my name is David Aldrich. Some people call me Captain Accurate. Don't forget, the Captain Accurate Weather app is free. Pete Michaels Traffic, the best traffic reporter in town, hands down. Who else do you know has been flying around in a Cessna airplane of that sort since the 1970s? You gotta love Pete Michaels. He is awesome, and he gives us the updates all the time, and his team works tirelessly 24/7. You can get that on the app. Keep you and your family safe. Just search Captain Accurate at the App Store and Google Play. Well, my name is David Aldrich. Some people call me Captain Accurate. It's not easy being accurate, so weather doesn't surprise you. We'll see you here next time. Take care.